Good evening. Hi, Supersonic.
Wow.
Can we read your shirt? Can I see your shirt? What shirt do you have?
No idea.
Can I read it? It's okay, baby. I'm sorry, but that's the only shirt I could find.
I can't even read it.
Yeah, no, you don't. I mean, you can come put it on my. Let's see what it says.
Oh, I didn't know what it said.
What does it say?
I'm gonna agree with you, the president.
No, you should not agree with this president. You should have agreed with the last one who was trying to save us.
I don't like the president.
I love you. Just realize Congress has the real power. The power is in Congress. The president's just a mouthpiece. The power is in Congress. Pay attention to who you're voting for. Love you. Anyway, welcome. It's time to do stuff. Anyway, take your pills. Make sure you took your pills. We're only like 45 minutes late. I'm doing a good job. Take your pills, please. Then, pack a bowl. Grab your smokes. Make sure your stuff is around you while you're laying there. Listen to me go insane about these stories. Because these stories are insane. Anyway, keep in mind this show is a whole mess. And it is. Viewer discretion is advised when you watch this show. It's for mature audiences only. I totally fucked that whole thing up because I wanted Super to show you the Trump shirt. It's my Trump shirt, but I gave it to her, to wear it. I thought it was hilarious. Let the communists wear a Trump shirt. So, enough of my silly self. Let's smoke it, drink it, and read it. Okay. So, we're on, we're on First Maccabees, chapter 7. And maybe coming up might be why my mom wanted me to read it first. I still never asked her. I should have asked her, but I forgot. Expedition of the Backyards. Hey, there's a song by Typo Negative called In Praise of Bacchus or something. It's like, hey Bacchus, she hates me. And Al Simons. In the 151st year, Demetrius, son of Seleucus, set out for Rome, arrived with a few men at a coastal city, and began to rule there. As he was entering the royal palace of his ancestors, the soldiers seized Antiochus and Lysias to bring them to him. When he was informed of this, he said, I don't want to see them. So the soldiers killed them, and Demetrius assumed the royal throne. Wow, okay. When he was informed of this, okay, don't show me them, and then he killed them. Okay. Then all the lawless men and renegades, in that Barack Obama's SS name, of Israel came to him. They were led by El Simus, who desired to be high priest. They made this accusation to the king against the people. Judas and his brothers have destroyed all your friends and have driven us out of our land. So send a man who you trust and see all the destruction Judas has wrought on us and on the king's territory, and let him punish them and all their supporters. I really have no idea what the fuck just happened. Okay, so in the 151st year, you would think I just read chapter 6. I should know what this says, but brain injuries and whatnot can make it very hard to do things. What king? So, return to Persia and Media. What king? Okay, so is this talking about Demetrius? I have no idea what the fuck just happened. If anybody knows, feel free to tell me in the comments because what the fuck? In 100 and in year 150, Demetrius, son of Seleucus, set out from Rome and arrived with a few men at a coastal city and began to rule there. Okay, hold on. We should. Where are we at? What is this? Maccabees. Maccabees isn't even in my Bible, is it? What would help if it was right side up, right? How do you tell? We're the rule. Okay, this is Bible study. Maccabees isn't in here. Okay, so what is the timeline of the kings then? See, I don't know how to find any of this stuff. I'm not very Bible-y, man. Part of me doesn't even want to give a shit. But, oh, here we go. Here's something. It's a fucking map. Oh, maybe this will tell these Zion people where Zion is. Okay, none of this says anything about it. Okay, Okay, none of these. Okay, so. So, are these kings? It only went up to what was it? Okay, so the last person it gives on the timeline is Daniel, and then all the kings in here are the ones we've heard of. There's no. See, Zedekiah is the last king. So I guess it doesn't. Okay, so kings of Aram, Damascus, and Syria. And it gives us Ben-Hadad 1. And then Israel gives us up to Jehoram. Uh, the United Kingdom, so it's like everything, was David and Solomon. Kings of Judah, it goes to Jehoshaphat. Okay, so Aram, Damascus, and Syria, it gives us to um, Shar Ishka. Okay, and the kings of Israel, it gives us to uh, Hoshea. Kings of Judah, it goes to Hezekiah. Assyria, it goes to Sinshar Ishka. Babylon, it goes to Cyrus. And the kings of Judah, it goes to Zedekiah. Yeah, see, I don't know who these kings are. So I don't know where we're at in life when it comes to this book. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't even want to get this involved with this book. I figured you just read it. And no, I've missed so much shit. And it's like, now I don't even know what time period we're in or where we're even at on a map. I mean, not that I could tell you where we were on a map before, but I at least knew the general of it, but now I don't even know. Right now, this guy, Demetrius, is going to Rome, and he arrived with men at a coastal city and began to rule there. So Demetrius became king for some reason. I don't know who Demetrius is. Should we find out? Maybe if we find out, And maybe I should have paid attention more earlier when. Okay. Demetrius, ruler of the Seleucid Empire. Hellenistic Empire. So this is in year 150. Okay. So this is year 150. So, what the fuck? Okay, hold on. Here we go. Okay. But returned to Greek Syria and overthrew his young cousin Antiochus the Upator and regent Lysias. Demetrius. Okay, so context, we figured it out. Okay, so this makes a bazillion more sense now. Systems, I don't want to be all up in the Bible, and I'm all up in the Bible. In the 151st year, Demetrius, son of Seleucus, Seleucus, Eucus, okay, he set out from Rome and arrived with a few men at a coastal city and began to rule it. Okay. As he was entering the royal palace of his ancestors, the soldiers seized Antiochus and Lysias to bring them to him. When he was informed of this, he said, I don't know those guys. So the soldiers killed him, and Demetrius assumed the royal throne. Of course he would, because Jews can't be trusted. Then all the lawless men and renegades of Israel came to him. They were led by Alcimus, who desired to be high priest. Here we go. Right. They made this accusation to the king against the people. Judas and them, like, everybody's dead and these people, and they're just doing crazy shit, man. Go check it out. Your dude can tell you all about it. Go see it. And when you get done, kill all these people. It'll be great. You'll love it. I'm telling you. So the king chose Bacchides, one of the king's friends who ruled the province of the west, Euphrates, a great man in the kingdom and faithful to the king, who you don't know who it is yet, but okay. He sent him to the renegade Alcimus, Alcimus, to whom he granted the high priesthood with orders to take revenge on the Israelites. Here you go with this shit again. Why? Didn't you just get done getting your ass kicked? So you're just like, it's okay. Those guys didn't do a good job. So this guy, I'm gonna do a good job. Have you not learned anything, my young fellow? Obviously not. They set out, and on arriving in the land of Judah with great army, sent messengers who spoke deceitfully to Judas and his brother in peaceful terms. I thought Judas just died. Didn't Judas just die? Oh my God. I'm pretty sure Judas just died. Like literally in the last book. Chapter, I'm sorry. In the last chapter. Assuming Judas did not die, and his brothers, they did some word magic, but these paid no attention to the words, seeing they have come with a great army. Good. Good, at least he pays attention. Okay. A group of scribes, however, gathered about Alchemus and Bacchides to ask for an agreement. The Hasidians were first among the Israelites to seek peace. Hasidic Jews. Isn't that the evil ones? I don't know. And they said, a priest of the line of Aaron has come with the army, and he will not do us any wrong. Have you met a Jew? Anyway. So they trusted him, but they arrested 60 of them and killed them in one day. According to the words that he wrote, the flesh of your faithful and their blood they have spilled all around Jerusalem, and no one was left to bury them. Then fear and dread of them came upon all the people who said, there is no truth or justice among them. They violated the agreement and the oath that they swore. What? Okay, so that's it. And they said, okay, it's not done. They trusted him. Okay. But he arrested 60 of them and killed them. Okay, so it's King Face that did that. And he said, the flesh of your faithful and their blood they have spilled all around Jerusalem, and no one was left to bury them. Then fear and dread of them came upon all the people who said, there is no truth or justice among them. They violated the agreement and the oath that they swore. But did they though? Besides, withdrew from Jerusalem and kept camp in Bezai. I says another Beth place. Who the fuck is Beth? He had many of the men who deserted him arrested. Some of the people he killed and threw them into a great cistern. Isn't cistern water, though? Why would you? He handed the province over to Alchemus, leaving troops to help him while he himself returned to the king. Alcimus struggled to maintain his high priesthood, and those who were troubling the people gathered about him. They took possession of the land of Judah and caused great distress. So he handed it over to Alcimus, and Alcimus jewed it up, and those people. Okay, so when Judas saw all the evils that Alcimus and those with him were bringing upon the Israelites, even more than the Gentiles had. Okay, so is this why Judas was pissed in the first place? This chapter should have been first then, but okay. He went about all the borders of Judea and took revenge on the men who had deserted, preventing them from going to the country. But when Alcimus saw that Judas and his followers were gaining strength and realized he could not resist them, he returned to the king and accused them of great crimes. Okay, give me 1 second. I will be right back. Okay, so, yeah, okay, right here. Then the king sent Nicanor, one of his honored officers, who was a bitter enemy of Israel, with orders to destroy the people. Kill all! Nicanor came to Jerusalem with a large force and deceitfully sent to Judas and his brothers this peaceable message. Please, kindly, fuck yourself with both fingers and spin gracefully. Let there be no fight between you and I. I will come with a few men to meet you to your face. So he came to Judas, and they greeted one another peacefully. But Judas's enemies were prepared to seize him. When he became aware that Nicanor had come with deceit, Judas was afraid of him, and he would not meet him again. Judas was afraid. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, I believe that's 0. When Nicanor saw that his plan had been discovered, he went out to fight Judas near Kefar Salama. Wow, that's a stupid word. Kefar Salama. About 500 men of Nicanor's army fell. The rest fled to the city of David. That's Zion, by the way. The city of David. That's Zion. You can just go there. There may be a road, but there's an airport near there. Then you gotta go on the road. Then you can search for Zion because it's the city of David. After this, Nicanor went up to Mount Zion, and some of the priests from the sanctuary and some of the elders of the people came out to greet him peaceably and show him the burnt offering that was being sacrificed for the king. So they said, oh yeah, we're doing this for the king, he loves it. And Nicanor was like, the fuck? No, this don't happen. What are you doing? In rage, he said, "If Judas and his army are not delivered to me at once, and when I return victorious, I will burn this temple down. Fuck you guys, I'm going home." The priest, however, went in and stood before the altar of the sanctuary and said, "You have chosen this house to bear your name, to be a house of prayer and supplication for your people. Take revenge on this man and his army. Let them fall by the sword. Remember their blasphemies and do not let them continue." Nicanor left Jerusalem and camped at Beth-horon, where the Syrian army joined him. But Judas camped in Adasa with 3,000 men. Here Judas uttered this prayer: "When they who were sent by the king blasphemed, your angel went out and killed 185,000 of them. In the same way, crush this army before us today, and let the rest know that Nicanor spoke wickedly against your sanctuary. Judge him according to his wickedness." Remember, in the other book it said two people have to pray for the same thing. Well, right, like two people gotta pray for it. This guy and the other guys, they pretty much prayed for the same thing. Like, fuck this guy. And the armies met in battle on the 13th month, on the 13th day of the month Adar. I think this is January, but don't quote me. It might be. It hasn't said any feast or anything, so maybe June. And Nicanor's army was crushed. He himself was the first to fall in battle. Yeah, I bet he was too. I bet he was too, because fuck that guy. When his army saw Nicanor had fallen, they threw down their weapons and fled. Because cockroaches. The Jews pursued them a day's journey from Adasa, near Gazara, blowing trumpets behind them as signals. "Blow the fucking trumpet!" Why? Man, blow a trumpet. Pray. Pray. That's what. Yeah, pray. Go to the mountain and pray. Get baptized. Then go to the mountain and pray. Then blow a trumpet. From all the surrounding villages of Judea, people came out and outflanked them, and they turned them back, and all the enemies fell by the sword. Not a single one escaped. Then the Jews collected the spoils and plunder. They cut off Nicanor's head and his right arm, which he had lifted up so arrogantly. These they brought and displayed in the sight of Jerusalem. The people rejoiced greatly and observed that day as a day of much joy. They decreed that it should be observed every month on the 13th of every year on the 13th whatever month this is, maybe January. So on the 13th of that month, celebrate. And so for a few days, the land of Judah was at rest. So that's where Zion is. It's in Judah. You should go there and stay there. Because if you want Zion so bad, it's the city of David. You can just go there. Anyway. Oh my god. Oh, I didn't do so bad. So, thank you for watching. I love you. And have the sweetest dreams ever.